Well, hello guys, welcome back to another video. So you read the title, Healthcare in the Philippines Sucks. And I'm just currently experiencing this right now, and it's a very long story, but last Monday, my grandfather got hospitalized because he hasn't been eating for the whole day. So we went to the ER last Monday, and then we went to the public hospital in our city, which, to give you a bit of context, our city uh, is. Should I even mention the city? But whatever. Uh, we went to the general hospital, or the public hospital here in my city, and it was like around 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and there was a lot of people. It was crowded, so the nurse said that there was no space, there was no vacant for us in that public hospital. So of course we had to find another option, and my parents recommended that we would go to the hospital that my dad has been doing physical therapy to, which is a private hospital that we've gone to like a few months back. And they also recommended that because not because it's a great hospital, or it's a good hospital or something like that, but because the hospital has a doctor which uh, is a doctor of my grandfather. Now, to give you a bit of uh, to give you even more context, actually, my grandfather has been bedridden since 2021. I think uh, what started all of this is that he had pneumonia or something. And back then, pneumonia, 2021, COVID, so it was scary. But for some reason, he still got through it. But then in late 2021, he got these tubes like inserted to him and stuff, and he's been in bed because he can't move that much, and because of the tubes and stuff. So yeah, ever since 2021, he's been bedridden ever since. And it's only been this year that he couldn't, like, well, I guess in the past few weeks or months, that he couldn't walk, and that he couldn't, I guess, talk. He couldn't talk, not because there's a problem in his brain, but because he has a problem hearing. So he needs his hearing aid when someone needs to talk to him. So far, the only ear that could hear is, I believe, is his right ear. It's his right ear. So yeah. Now fast forward to today again. Last Monday, he got hospitalized, and in my city we have this thing called a green card. No, it's not the green card when you marry a foreigner or something. It's not that green card. It's a different green card where the government subsidizes at least 30,000 pesos, or let me just calculate that into dollars. 30,000 pesos into US dollars. This is gonna be in US dollars because US dollars are one of the most traded currencies out there. So 30,000 pesos would be at least 484 US dollars. So I'm gonna they're going to subsidize at least 484 US dollars for this thing. And I believe that it's gonna be like, I don't know, just one day in a simple ward room. And that's what we did when he got admitted. Actually, we didn't even plan on admitting him because, again, it was very expensive. We wanted him, uh, we wanted to put him back home because again expensive, but then the only problem was it's dangerous, because when we got to the ER of the hospital that he's currently in right now, they checked his heart rate and it was 30. It was dangerously low. So of course, what could we do? And my cousins were there as well. They went after us to the ER, and then I believe my cousin did some talking with my mom, because again, it's my parents who are going to pay for this, not my grandparents. My grandparents don't really receive any money unless it's pension. So I guess my cousin did a bit of talking with my mother, and we got admitted to the hospital. And I was like, are we really doing this? So yeah, and during that duration of when we were in the emergency room, I kept coming back to the lobby of the hospital because it was cozy there, and there was someone even sleeping there. But something about the lobby of the hospital was just comforting. And some of the rooms were occupied because one of them was the pharmacy, and someone was in there, and there was also a vending machine in that lobby of the hospital. Basically, it was quite cozy there, and I kept coming back there. It's just, it's a good feeling. And the advertisements, or the adverts in the vending machine, yeah, they had adverts in there, but anyways. So, yeah, he got admitted to the hospital, and this green card thing is a very long process. This is where the the politics in this country comes in, or the broken system in this country, for instance, comes in. Our country has such a broken system, not just in the government but also in healthcare, that us normal Filipinos can't even pay for a long hospital stay. Meanwhile, the politicians, the politicians out there here in this country, they go to another country to get themselves treated, spending our tax money like it's their own money. And some of these politicians, well, actually not just some of these, but these politicians would give something like an ayuda. For us, ayuda is like, how do I say this? Like assistance, but in Spanish it means help, but for us it means assistance. And the assistance would be money from the mayor themselves. But if you know how taxes work, the taxes go to the mayor as their salary. So basically, they're giving us back our taxes for healthcare. But I don't get why we have to ask them for our taxes just to be spent on healthcare. So with this green card thing, we actually have to assess a lot of stuff just to get approved by the city hall or the municipal hall to use this green card, because this green card is a very big help for us. But since we couldn't use the green card, the hospital said that they'd have to move us to a private room and not to a ward room. If you are a Filipino, you're probably in the same city as me, you would get what I'm saying. People from the same city as me, I know you guys are probably watching this. And I'm so sorry if this isn't in Filipino, but I want more people to be aware of this. Because this is just concerning. It's been going on for years. I mean, I am not aware, obviously, but I know that it's been going on for years. And I am only speaking out about this now because I have experienced it, and I believe that more people needs to know about this. So about this process on how to get the green card approved, my grandparents would need to have a VRR. If you don't know what a VRR is, it's a voters registration. It's a registration record. So basically, it means that you guys, the patient and the I guess the spouse, needs to have voted in a recent election. So my grandfather has been bedridden since 2021. The two recent elections here in the Philippines have been last year, 2025, and 2022. Last year's elections were for senators, and 2022's elections were for presidents. So since my grandfather has been bedridden since 2021, he obviously couldn't vote. So, yeah, he couldn't vote because he's bedridden. And plus he's 91. So, what happened earlier when we tried to assess it was basically, oh no, unfortunately, we cannot do something about this. We cannot approve this because your grandfather hasn't, voted, and he's yeah. But I was like, but my grandfather is bedridden. Well, that's the problem, You gotta, yeah. Your grandfather's bedridden, but he hasn't even voted yet. So, see, we can't approve you for this. We can't put his name on the database thing. So, yeah. They gave us back the paper like it was our problem that he couldn't vote. Oh my gosh, that was so stupid. This is just so stupid. Why does he need to have a VRR when he is obviously bedridden? You cannot vote when your condition is like this. Isn't that obvious? And now, the only solution left is to either come up to the mayor or to our congressman or congresswoman and ask them for assistance. And actually, yesterday, the mayor was doing, or I guess signing approvals for green cards of other patients, and good for them, I guess. But what I still don't get is why do we need to ask the mayor just for our taxes to be used on healthcare? The way I'm seeing it is like that. We ask the mayor for our taxes to be used on healthcare because if again you think about it, our taxes pays the government officials in this country. And if you are a Filipino, you know all of the controversies that has been happening in this country lately, from school shootings, school stabbings, basically school violence, to just straight up corruption, and then flood control projects, ghost flood control projects. You know what has been happening in this country? It's messy. It's hopeless. And now these people want us to come to them just so we could get our taxes, so we could use it for our healthcare. There's no sense in that. I do not get it. I do not get why do we need to come to them? Why do we need to come to these mayors just to ask them for assistance when you know damn well that that money that's coming from them is our taxes? I don't know why. I don't know why. But is this even too much to ask? Down below is a link to like this fundraiser thing. It's for my grandpa's hospital bill. It's too much, and I know it's probably too much to ask, but this isn't just a rant video or a video just to spread awareness, but this is also so I could help my grandfather in some way. There's probably just 15 people watching this, and if any of you 15 people donated to that link, then thank you so much. If you don't have anything to donate, it's alright, it's fine, but at least that the thing is that you know what's happening in this country right now. What's important is that I am spreading awareness about this, other than just helping my grandpa. Even if no one donates at all from this video, I don't mind, because honestly, I did not even set up that thing that my dad did. I don't mind, but anything that you could do just to help, it will be appreciated. Even if you can't donate anything, even if you just watch this video, I just want to spread awareness about this and also help my grandfather in some way. So yeah, to anyone who stayed until the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have gotten a better understanding of the situation in this country right now. And it's not just the healthcare that's having a bad situation right now. I also listed a bunch of other things. The latest one being, you know, school violence happening, and our school actually encountered a threat, but that will be for a completely different video, or probably a video that I will never make because that was scary as hell. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching this video again, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye, and have a good day.